Why, hello, SpeedGaming 4. Welcome back to another Zelda 1 Randomizer 2025 Random Force Winner Tournament, whatever you want to call it. But we are back for another Swiss match. I'm KTap4321, and we will momentarily be joined by Sidetown. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty stinking good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, because we have Mocco and RandomEffekt racing tonight, and this is going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, and I'm going to drop the gate. They're going to start going, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Good to be with you, K-Tap.
As usual, it's always fun to be with you. So as we're letting the runners out, I'm trying to pull up our lovely stat sheet.
Oh, nice.
So as I'm pulling this up, Saito, do you want to give some information on both our runners?
Yeah, I certainly can. Mocco and RandomEffekt are both pretty veteran to the scene. So what we're going to have here is two folks who actually really know what they're doing. Should be a lot of fun to watch. Random has made deep runs in a bunch of tournaments. Excellent. He's here every tournament time. Mako's around quite a bit. I'm excited for them to eventually have a real deep run themselves. You know, one of those semifinal, quarterfinal runs. But it'll happen, and away we go.
And we're off, and we'll get everything synced up pretty soon. But we're starting up.
Random's already gonna hit the open cave in the middle to start. Mocco went to Lost Hills almost right away.
So, would you like to inform our runners about these flags?
Yeah. So this is a little bit of a different setup. It's sort of like Pentaforce. We had a Pentaforce tournament a few years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, and that just meant you had to get 5 Triforces in order to enter 9. This year, our tournament admins got really creative, and they decided they would throw in a tournament flag set where it's randomized between 5 and 8. Excuse my dogs in the background. So we need between 5 and 8 Triforces to enter level 9. We don't know what the exact right amount is, but we'll find out as somebody enters 9 what that number actually is. This will be good fun. But other than that, we should be able to go to town on it.
Sorry if I'm a little quiet.
I think I might have fixed the audio syncing thing. I hope I did.
Okay, now that I have the stats pulled up, so between both our runners, they have raced in 13 common races, with our RandomEffekt taking 7 of them, while Mocco took 6. But I think, oh yeah, they've had 0 head-to-head races though, so this is interesting. That's all for stats I got for you tonight, but now that I'm paying proper attention to this, we're gonna see what's on the coast. It's just a vanilla heart.
Yeah, an early red ring like what we're experiencing here, it's going to kind of work against RandomEffekt a little bit. Random has really great combat if you've seen a bunch of his races, and it'll mitigate any sort of advantage he might have had there, but it's not like Mako is really far behind or nothing. They're going to be just fine either way.
And look, it's early mags. That's a sword in a cave, but just not the right sword we're looking for.
I did not catch where the actual sword was.
Well, that was a blink and I missed it, but RandomEffekt found a take any cave. And looky here, we have any result. Oh, there's our wood sword.
Say hi to the wood sword. It's all good. Yeah, so, mostly at the beginning, I just kind of watch and explore with the runners. We don't know what we need yet. We don't have any idea. It should just be good fun while the runners just start exploring and showing us a few different things.
Well, speaking of showing us different things, look here at level 4. That was a quick Triforce room with Ari slaying that Aquamentus, getting the Triforce, but is choosing to explore here in level 9. And so far, everything that I've seen, oh my gosh, everything is rolled down or somewhat, because they're all dying to a poke of the wood sword.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention in terms of this flag set, and if you've watched many races, you already know this, but they did add another optional flag besides just the 5 through 8 randomized Triforces to get into level 9. Also, every single dungeon has a heart container plus another item, right? And so what we don't know is if it's going to be the staircase or the floor item. So in the vanilla game, the floor item is always a heart. In this, it can be a heart in the staircase, or, well, we know we need 7 Triforces to get into 9, so we're going to be doing most of the dungeons. But
not all of them.
Yep.
But speaking of dungeons, that was a really quick and easy level 4 for RandomEffekt. Managed to get in, slay that Aquamentus for the Triforce, found the wand real quickly, and was able to get out. Oh,
yeah,
and I'm just noticing now. We have wisdom on the overworld.
Yeah. For example, with Random finding the wand on the floor in 4, that means that the staircase item has to be a heart, so he knows that he doesn't have to go back to 4 at all.
In the meantime, we have a large secret of 74 rupees, and RandomEffekt finds news about the 7 Triforce entry barrier into level 9. But we're starting to see more shops, and our runners are going to have to do some dodging on the overworld if more Wizrobes pop up, because they can be quite painful and almost one-hit KO you.
If I was Mocco, I actually would go back and just reset, go back to start again. Not like reset, but just up A. And keep going down one screen until one of those enemies dropped a bomb. Because it's only a one-hit kill. If they're bomb droppers, I would wait till I got a bomb.
So we have level 5 now for Mocco. Let's see if this is going to be a quick level or... Oh, that's a bomb upgrade. Very nice to see. If RandomEffekt doesn't run into a door repair tonight, and before he gets to level 5, then that bomb upgrade is as sure as his. Ooh. So remember what I just said a couple seconds ago? Please disregard that statement entirely, as we have a pricey 80 ruby blue candle. But oh, we have a red ring. Which Armos was it on?
It was the 10 rupee Armos. Mocco, don't hit that thing right now. You're not going to be able to get to the door.
Well, now remember what I said about Wizrobes in the overworld being trouble? Please disregard that statement as well. The Siege just wants to prove me wrong very early on.
There we go. Good man.
And the rule of 5 strikes again, with the first staircase being a transport. In the meanwhile, RandomEffekt is doing more overworld checks. And we have a mid-secret of 36.
I like
So,
Mocco's thought there, but it didn't quite work out trying to kill the manhandler with a wood sword.
so we have some pose voices in this enemy set. Gels, Keys. But RandomEffekt is gonna have to do some dodging. So with getting the sword less than 2 minutes in, and then the red ring like under 5 minutes, his seed is so far what I consider in somewhat easy mode.
Yeah, it's gonna be dependent on if Mocco finds 4 and gets that early wand as well. That'll be the big deal.
Well, RandomEffekt with a wand is going to make the combat a lot easier, though we've not seen any Dark Knights tonight on the overworld, so they will be in one of our enemy sets in dungeons. But speaking of dungeons, we have RandomEffekt in this level 8 here and making quick work of all the enemies.
Yeah, this is going to become a bigger and bigger deal the longer that Random has the wand without Mocco having it, because it's just going to be a huge advantage in terms of combat, getting rooms cleared faster, etc.
Well, speaking of Mocco, that is a Triforce down for Mocco. And there's a red candle. If this wasn't candle blocked, RE spent all that money for nothing.
Yeah, it's worth it. You buy it whether it's gonna come or not. You don't promise yourself it. So Mocco's got bombs for this manhandling now too, which should be nice. Well, not if he does that.
Well, we have a ladder blocked map in this level 8. Oh, is this 8 gonna end up being ladder blocked?
Big time recorder. Good job by Mocco.
What is with the seed front loading stuff?
Yep, he's got it. He needs to just go use the. He's not utilizing that screen 1 to south to start though. He needs to do that. He also has the recorder, but not using it there to check that screen.
And as we're getting some stuff on the tracker set up, I'd like to give a shout out to Crump tonight. Crump is our lovely tracker of the evening, and we'd be lost without her marking things down.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we're having more candle checks with RandomEffekt, trying to knock them all out at once. So, RandomEffekt only has 4 bombs to his name. Mocco has now 4 bombs to this game. This game likes to prove me wrong while I'm talking.
He used the screen 1 south to start that I've been barking at him to do.
Oh, was that a boomerang white sword item? If so, RandomEffekt now has a banana. So we're getting more and more overworld checks, and at this rate we're going to be zooming through the seed. So for our
the big deal. Oh, you go ahead.
After that appealing pickup, now finds another medium secret to his name.
Yeah, I think, so strategy-wise, this is about the only thing I can really offer. I can't offer much in terms of, like, being an actual moderator, talker person, but when it comes down to what they need to do next, they have 7 Triforces they have to get. There's no reason not to fish out items while you're going through dungeons, that kind of thing. But knowing that you're going to have to get 7 Triforces anyway, you're going to have more opportunities to actually locate items while you're just trying to find the Triforces. So if you're in 7, you get the Triforce, you just leave. You'll come back later. You still got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. 4 for Mocco, 5 for Random. So like if Random found an early Triforce here in this 7, and if I were him, it would be a quick dive out. This is going to be an item, and then who cares what I... Okay, good. I was going to say, who cares what I say after that, but 100%. That's exactly how I would play these types of seeds. There's no reason not to like bum rush everything.
Was that
Otherwise,
8
you're just trying
under
to
a
get
bush?
lucky. Yep.
So was that a candle blocked candle for level 8?
I didn't actually know where 8 was located.
It wasn't far from where Mocco was.
Okay, it might be.
Well, speaking of candles and candle blocks, RandomEffekt found level 7, and it's loaded with dark nuts, so they seem to be very vulnerable to wand fire tonight. And luckily for our runners, well, for RandomEffekt, he dug the wand out of level 4 and will have an easy time dealing with those Pole's voices without a bow or arrows. Ooh! Now that's 2 front-loaded levels bomb upgrades, and it's +6 too.
Yeah, that's gonna be even more of a difference. Right now, Random is he's just gonna have way quicker dungeons.
So on the other hand, Mocco has fast travel with the recorder. So have we seen our small secret or door repair fee tonight?
I have not noticed either.
Or maybe our runners have just been leaving without verifying it. And we have that Take Any right before Def Armos, which is a pretty friendly Def Armos screen for all things considered. So what do you think this level 7 looks like?
I think every dungeon looks like something Atari made.
So, for me, I don't know. It looks like a bug crawling or something. But then again, this level 7 is very blobbier than normal.
We're gonna see exactly what I was talking about earlier, though. So, Mocco's in the room that has the map in it. It's gonna take him forever to clear this room. It's gonna take him like 3 times longer than what it did Random, because Random had a wand firing through everything. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, this wasn't the map, but this is what I was talking about in terms of substantial difference. We'll see it in the exact same dungeon.
But it's still, when you give someone like RandomEffekt who's who's at a very, very high level of combat, give him the wand, especially early on, he's going to be moving a lot faster, even when taking that red ring into account.
Yeah, it's 100% correct. And with a person like Random, you don't want to give them any advantage on you.
When Random takes an inch, he takes a mile. So, I just noticed, wow, I've not been noticing RandomEffekt picking up all those keys. Is it a whopping 5 keys right now?
There we go.
Someone in chat remind me, did RandomEffekt leave 8 due to being ladder blocked? But apparently there was a compass pickup along the way for RandomEffekt, and is now in the Triforce room. It's just laying there for free! What is this baby seed tonight?
Ken, just to answer your questions, yeah, the wand does not harm Wizrobes. That's it. I mean, it doesn't hurt a Goma either. But
with Wizrobes being in the overworld, it takes your one major weapon that is useless against the wand for the wand to be used. And with that, we have a third Triforce for random effects. Wait, no, that was 7. Second Triforce for random effect. While Mocco is now here in level 3.
Yeah, this goes back to what I'm going to keep barking the exact same thing here. But good thing in chat, good notice in chat in that level 7. Random killed enemies across a river, but he could only do it because he didn't actually have sword beams, he only had the wand. Just another advantage. I'm only saying this because if at the end of the rainbow, if Random wins and maybe even wins in dominant fashion, we can point back to the wand find as one of the things that created a gap. Obviously his skill and everything else is top notch, but it certainly helps.
Well, having the wand as a ranged weapon and with the candle, it provides multiple ways to skin a cat when combat-wise. And oh, look at this, level 3. What does it look like to you?
Oh, I'm terrible at this game. You can see I'm gonna go right back to Atari. That's all I can think of.
I'm starting to stare and think. And maybe it looks like a sideways, a train that's like was rotated 90 degrees to the right. Yeah. That's my guess there. If anyone can talk me, let me know.
Yeah, so Random's doing the smart thing right now. Mocco's doing the smart thing right now. They're both gonna keep exploring until they find the actual item in here. So there's no reason not to in a level 3. They still need a bow. They still need silvers. Who knows about a ladder?
Oh, you're seeing the difference in the speed random effect is clearing up these rooms compared to Mocco, which really demonstrates how crucial that wand pickup is in deciding this race. And you know, with the coast heart being on the coast, that means all of our dungeons have items.
Yep, that's a great observation.
So I'm seeing a lot of lovely suggestions in chat. Some of my favorite are Trogdor! Or we have Jack jumping over a candle, a breakdancer spinning on his head, or just a squashed bug after an unfortunate circumstance. Or Tigger. Thanks for all the creative suggestions, and I can see each and every one of them. So one thing to point out here is that there's quite a bit of key doors in this level 3, and Mocco only has 2 keys, while RandomEffekt has 5. And also, while Mocco has full bombs now, RandomEffekt having that +6 bomb upgrade and RandomEffekt, if he has the money, will stumble upon the 1 in 5 very quickly. We'll have a lot more bombs, and that's gonna pay off in dividends when exploring something like level 9, which is very bomb wall intensive.
Yeah, it looks like both 3 and 8 are ladder blocked now, so we've got a required ladder, period. We need 7 Triforces, we can't get to them without it. So we can chalk that up as a thing.
So we have a required ladder and level 1.
The super ladder.
Okay, so what dungeons have we not seen tonight?
If my memory serves me right, 2 and 6 is all we have not seen.
Do I want to call Silvers or Ladder being in 6 right now?
You do whatever you want. I'll follow suit.
I'm gonna call it because this game has been so nice that something's gotta add up. Like the magical boomerang being on the 4 in level 1.
Question in chat. So you can open up doors. If it's like in front of you, if the locked door is in front of you, if you exit out the bottom and out of the dungeon and come back into the dungeon, that opens that door up.
And that is what we call pirouetting. Ooh, and look at this tiny cute level 1.
So Random's already found both floor items, a heart and a magic boomerang. Now it's whether or not they can find the staircase item, because they already know where the Triforce is at. So, does not have to clear rooms unless they're trying to open up a room like right here. Or looking for keys.
So, we gotta figure out, we already have a compass too, so we just gotta find the item room and go zooming. And it looks like Mocco is saying no to both boomerangs tonight. So I guess he split up from both of them.
Alright, so we're getting like dangerous territory right now with the ladder. So the next item in 1 is ladder blocked. So we need a ladder. We need to find this ladder. That would probably be the one thing that could get Mocco back into this race is a ladder.
Well, with the routing being very similar on the overworld right now, it feels like RandomEffekt is gonna get there first.
Yeah, it just depends on if he goes to an area where that random is not. Because other than that...
Oh, I did spot something useful.
Mm.
We found a hint shop, and like a screen away from level 1. And Mocco has the recorder and will easily be able to go access that hint screen if he finds the book. Oh, I'm seeing the hate order perk tonight. A bomb and candle fire? Dang!
Yeah, Yumi in chat. I'm in total agreement with you, dude. The wand genuinely is going to make such a gap, I don't know if it's going to be able to be closed up. I know I'm saying this 24 minutes into a race that can go an hour and a half, but sometimes that's just the reality of it.
Man,
it's always fun to watch and see how it works out, but boy, it's going to be tough.
If we just had a ladder in one of these early dungeons and got it before the ladder blocks, we would have been in Jetsy territory tonight with RandomEffekt.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, as you keep harping on, this difference with the lack of wand for Mocco and a wand for RandomEffekt, who's like fantastic with combat, is really showing in how fast the rooms get cleared, how to deal with the enemies that roll up from wood sword damage. And there's another Triforce on the board for Mocco.
Yeah, question in chat. The white sword item is the regular boomerang. Mocco, you've already been through all this.
Oh, RandomEffekt is getting up there in hearts at 9 heart containers. If he finds one more, he will be put in range for mags. Mag range pickup is 10 to 14 heart containers. Do you think we'll see RandomEffekt maybe making a play for mags? With how fast he's going?
Yeah, there's... The only reason why you pick up hearts with a red ring after you've already got 6 is you're trying to set yourself up just in case if more hearts start falling and you'll take a sword. He's already got to do 7 Triforces anyway, so the likelihood of him having to clear more rooms and potentially finding those the hearts in different dungeons is pretty high.
So I do have good news for our runners. Our bomb shop, while our bomb shop is not our rare shop tonight, that's starting to look like it's going to be our arrow shop. But the bad news is one bomb pack is 30 rupees a pop.
Definitely. Mocco needs a recorder to open up something.
Well, Mocco's also not going to need to backtrack to some spots with that recorder, or when he does need to backtrack if grabbing a power bracelet out of a dungeon somewhere, it will be a lot quicker with that recorder. That is some potential time save there.
Yeah, he needs like level 2 to be in the grave area and under a recorder spot, something like that with the ladder.
So would you say we're like in a middle state of between money and poverty seed?
Honestly, I think it's a seed that doesn't need a lot of money. So it's kind of one of those where you're just kind of good. Now, Random's
we
gonna
don't
go
know
to 5,
if
he's gonna get the recorder and close up that gap that Mocco has on him there.
Well, you've not seen a hide nor hair of the Gomas tonight. In the meanwhile, RandomEffekt is going into this level 5. We'll find just get recorded very soon. Oh, I bet you he's going back for that bomb upgrade after, since he's 2 rupees short.
He 100% will.
Then we're gonna see the fabled, the mythical 20 bombs. Like, that is not something you see every day for max bomb count.
Nope, good times.
Or well, there's another possibility here. RandomEffekt chooses to save his money in case arrow purchase is required. Because that's the only other thing RandomEffekt would need to spend money on. But I want to see the fabled mythical 20 bomb maximum in Z1R. Let's just see if it's going to happen tonight or not.
I think it will.
I mean, it'll make clearing out all those spots on Death Mountain a lot easier.
Really smart play by Random here, just making sure he's clearing the rooms in case there was an item drop on the floor. Good use of bombs there.
Which room did we find? Was this the room we found the recorder on the floor?
I genuinely don't remember. I thought it was close to the Triforce, but I don't remember.
But we see Mocco making an arrow purchase tonight on Death Mountain. So we've seen a majority of our dungeons except 2, right?
2 and 6.
So it looks like Mocco is gambling if something important is on. Well, I spoke with the devil. I was about to say whether level 2 or 6 are here on Death Mountain, but that's a not today, good sir, with no ladder.
Yeah, Mocco desperately needs the ladder to be in this dungeon.
Because we're ladder blocked out of our item in 3.
And 1.
And what about, were we ladder blocked out of the item in 8 too?
I think we were ladder blocked out of everything in 8, if I remember right.
Well, we had a red candle in 8. So, does that mean, with that logic, and we don't know if level 5 is blocked behind one another not level 5, level 2 is blocked behind another item or not. I think this puts a high probability of our ladder being in level 6.
Yeah, it's likely either in 6 or 2.
But, oh, we have a map for level 5. What does it look like to you?
We did not buy the upgrade.
Saving money for the arrows.
Just kill more enemies, you'll get more arrows. This is the recorder room. Random just left it.
Oh, nope, I was wrong. We have an any key in 6, so that means our ladder has to be in 2.
Yeah,
That means 2 is not overworld blocked by anything except the recorder, potentially.
the way it looks, unless we missed a bomb wall or something that we didn't know about. But yeah, it definitely looks like that.
Well, unless there's a path to the Triforce out of here, and level 6, we might be ladder blocked here too.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know for sure yet.
I think Random missed the one room that actually had the recorder in it. Maybe didn't think about it as a potential drop room. It's the manhandler room. Alright, Mocco's got the Triforce in 6. This should be good. Random's gonna find a heart here. Question in chat: the enemies can move if you leave the room and come back in. Like if they're on an island portion of the room, it can happen. It shouldn't take too long for random to realize what room. What's that? I'm sorry.
We have our second hint shop in Death Mountain area.
Really, all that matters right now, we need to find 2, wherever it's at. Who's going to find it first? Who's going to have that advantage of the ladder? And does that open up things like bow or silvers or whatever?
Because if Mocco gets the ladder first out of both of our runners, then that means Mocco won't have to backtrack for some of our other dungeons.
Yeah, specifically 8.
Oh no! I'm gonna have to ask him when we get to post-race interview. Why did you not pick up that second bomb upgrade in 5?
It's probably going to be about... It's either one of 2 things. It'll either be, already had 14 hearts, so who cares? Or it'll be a situation where... Why is Mocco going back to 5? Oh, he's buying the bomb upgrade. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Of course.
We'll be pleasantly surprised. While RandomEffekt had to full clear that level 5, so that is time lost for RandomEffekt, but time saved for Mocco in that retrospect.
It is. Still, the deficit's still pretty deep right now. I know I'm a broken record, but we'll see how it goes. Need to find 2.
So where do you think level 2 is going to be?
Probably East Death Mountain.
So it really depends on where is RandomEffekt going to go after doing some overworld stuff.
Exactly right.
Or rather, is he going to go up and make a play for East Death Mountain?
And he's still got to go to West Death Mountain too, because he has not found 6. So, it'll just be dependent on however the seed takes him. 100% making a Mag's play, which is cool.
You know, I just realized I have good news. The raft isn't required by this logic.
It is not.
Oh, glorious day. We can leave it behind wherever the heck it is. Oh! Was that a recorder block level 2 under a lake?
It was not under a lake. It's actually next to Vanilla 8. So, here we go. I don't mean to play spoiler here, but it's gonna take a lot for Random to lose this one.
Random is gonna focus.
You're right. It was at the lake, wasn't it? Or was it here?
Sorry, what?
Oh, 2 is under a lake. You're right.
See, yep, right. I was right. So it looks like getting that recorder out. We have 2 recorder block dungeons tonight.
Yep. Yeah, this is gonna take. We're talking long odds now. If you're a betting person for Mocco to catch up now.
So I'm looking at hearts, and RandomEffekt has 12 hearts. You think he's gonna make a play for Mags eventually?
Yeah, that's the only reason why he's picking up hearts with the red ring on. He wouldn't otherwise, I don't think.
Well, that's not the way to our ladder. While Mocco is now also in this level 2, it's gonna be a race of whose routing is gonna take them quicker to the ladder right now. So we just gotta find our path up north and find our staircase item. And looks like level 2 tonight has decided to be segmented. I'm wondering what this map is gonna look like and if any of our runners are gonna find it.
Comment in chat. Actually, I believe the ladder has to be here.
Yes, based on logic. The ladder has to be here because the items in our remaining dungeons are ladder blocks. But, you know, minus level 6, and with level 6 only having the any key, RandomEffekt has knowledge of 7 dungeons.
Yep, exactly right. He may never go to 6.
Level 6.
No, that's a good point. That's exactly right. He may never have an inkling to have to find 6. And I would not if I were him.
So, unlike Mocco, who has the any key, he's still gonna have to keep a count on this. Keep a healthy key count, but Mocco has been... Not Mocco. RandomEffekt has been pretty good about maintaining a high key amount.
Oh!
Wait, what?
It has to be a bomb wall in 8 then. Right? It has to be a bomb wall
Yeah!
in 8 or a bomb
Then
wall in
what the
7.
heck? So we weren't ladder blocks out of?
That was what I was
Now that's
concerned
a
about
twist.
earlier, is that if it was so early, we might have missed a bomb wall somewhere in that 8 for the second item. Or a Mocco knows he doesn't need a power bracelet, so he's just gonna skip it. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background, he's licking.
So do you think RandomEffekt... So RandomEffekt now is going to be funneled back into this level 8. But first is going for a Mag's play at 12 hearts, he gets it.
Yeah, he's either going to make the play for 8, or if he has it marked down as though it's a ladder block 8, he's going to look for 6. He's going to think the item's in 6, and it would be an unfortunate thing for him if that's the case.
Well, that gives Mocco an opportunity to get back in this race.
That's 100% right. And if he starts opening up power bracelet spots, that tells you that he thinks that the ladder is in 6. And that opens up everything for Mocco. Yep, that's what we're experiencing right now. So now Random's going to clear the overworld for 6. This is exactly what Mocco needs.
This is what's keeping Mocco alive in this race. And 10 hearts was not enough for Mags.
12 was, but...
We're not going to know unless Mocco backtracks for it later if it's 11 or 12. Well, we know for sure it's at 12, but we won't know if it's 11 or not.
Yeah. This is best case scenario, everybody. By far best case scenario. This is what we want. We want a good race.
And Mocco has the Triforce in here, and... You know, we can start doing a little bit of metagaming. Because we know, based on the logic of the seed, with no important items in 9... Oh, right! We never saw the item in the 7, unless it was ladder blocked or he missed a bomb.
Oh my golly, you're right. Okay.
That could easily be the answer, too.
This was so early that it wasn't necessarily a ladder block issue. It was more of combat and hearts.
So this could be our answer.
If this is the case, then we're back to where we were before, where Mocco's in trouble.
But Mocco... Oh, it's not, but it's still useful.
You gotta have it. All right.
That means it's an 8. So as I was saying, we could start doing a little bit of metagaming here.
So Random's looking for 6. Or maybe 8, I guess. But
so what the heck's gonna be our second item of 9 if bow, raft, or ladder can't be there?
somebody in chat's already nailed it. Book and white sword. Because we still gotta find a bow, we still gotta find a raft in these dungeons that are left over.
Yes, but that means that's good and actually news for RandomEffekt.
It is. Well,
RandomEffekt
Random already knows.
Has the knowledge to
Yeah,
metagame. Sorry, you go.
No, my bad there. It's just Random knows everything. Except for the ladder's actually not in 6. That's what he thinks right now, in my head. If I were him, that's what I'd be thinking. And we know it's not.
RandomEffekt is not going to be far from finding this level 6.
He is not.
But Mocco's an 8 and we know ladder is here. So it's not over yet for Mocco. But if Mocco chooses to go back to 8 over 7 and
Yeah, good call, Mocco. I mean, I pretty much like the choices that our runners have made all throughout this one. Nothing simple about it, but... And that's where we thought we were ladder blocked in 8, but there's got to be a bomb wall. Yeah, so Bo will either be in 1 or 3. Raft will be in the other one. Yeah, Shift, I'm having trouble with my setup here, so... I'm trying to mute myself as much as what I can.
Okay, sorry about that. After that unexpected interruption, we have RandomEffekt in this level 6. Thinking, well, at least RandomEffekt on the bright side will dig the any key out of here for sure. Oh, sorry, I was muted.
No, you're good. You're good.
Alright, now that I'm kind of back. RandomEffekt is going to clear those 6, even though the 6 was somewhat large. Mocco is in 7.
Yeah, so Mako will find the silvers in here, which is good. Not sure if he'll go as far to dig out the Triforce, so...
Well, this is going to keep things very close. Because both our runners at this point are going to know after once random... It depends, honestly, because the silvers were not too deep in this 7. And the any key was not too deep in the 6. So both runners are going to know they have to go to 8. We have the mythical Fable 20 bombs by Mocco! Oh, glorious day! We have found something very rare. This needs to be preserved for future Z1R history.
Always a good time when you get 20.
But RandomEffekt has the Triforce out of here, but definitely is gonna have to go. Definitely gonna come back for the item in here.
Yeah, Mako's about to get silvers. And then he will know that he needs to find a bomb wall. He's got 15 bombs though, so he better be able to find a bomb wall.
Okay, so now it's a timer. Wait, did RandomEffekt... Okay, RandomEffekt got the any key, so both runners are now on their way to 8.
I guess my question is, did Random... Yeah, Random found 3. They both found 3.
Yes, they both found 3, and both found they were ladder blocked.
Alright, so he knows it's an 8. Okay, here we go. Bomb time.
Sorry, but now it's, how fast can Mocco... are our runners gonna choose after getting the ladder at 8? Are they gonna fight to get the ladder out of 8, the Triforce out of 8, or out of 3? Because 8 is a larger dungeon, but 3 also has... 3 could potentially have your bow.
Yeah, I would do 3. Unless you just happenstance found the 1 and 8. But 3 you might as well do, because you gotta get the item out of there anyway.
So, for someone in chat pointing out that Mocco needs to route in Mags, we do not know if Mags is 11 or 12 hearts tonight, so he might not even be able to pick it up right now. As Mocco is heading back to level 8, RandomEffekt is getting more time to explore in here. It also did some exploration when digging out that red candle earlier, so I'd say RandomEffekt has an advantage in this level 8 with having more rooms covered. So without a map for either runners, they're going to be playing Find the Bomb Hole. So I'd say Mocco has the advantage of having plus 20 bombs.
Random found one.
I know, but still, this is something that could come into play without that map showing up. And that could mean the difference of everything in this race.
Great job by Random. Smart bomb play. More smart bomb play.
So, have we seen... It's our second stair item, right? Oh, there it is.
It's... we need 9 to be crazy if you want to close the match, King. Drew's question there, anyone in the catbird seat? Yeah, it's RandomEffekt. He's been in the lead this whole time. It just got worse. Yeah, I would just leave this 8 and go to 3. You still gotta get Bo. It's fine either way, though. You need a Triforce, get your Triforce, do what you gotta do.
Sorry about that. After numerous interruptions, I am back.
You're good. Alright, Random's about outside of a Goma block here. He's about to have his 7th Triforces, which means he'll have access to 9. He'll just need to find a bow.
So now the question goes, is the bow in 2 or 3? Because both runners are gonna... That's the decision you gotta make now.
It's 1 or 3.
Have 7 Triforces.
Yeah, 2 had the power bracelet, so it'll either be 1 or 3.
Sorry, so I meant 1 or 3, not 2.
No, it's all good. Mocco's going to go to 3 first because he still needs his Triforce, so... I think he is. Maybe I'm wrong.
And the recorder is coming in handy again, trying to get back to these dungeons that we have while we have a Triforce for 1. So I bet, do you think RandomEffekt's going to go to 1 based on that probability here?
Makes sense.
So this is actually the deciding factor of this race.
Yep.
Is the bow going to be in 1 or 3?
Yeah, somebody was saying something about Random having the 8 memorized. If he's anything like me, which I know he does, dry erase marker and laminated sheets. It's the way we do it. I find it to be my most helpful way. I can't use like a tracker on a computer. Mocco needs the bow to be in here. If it is, we might just have a real banger going into 9.
So did you like print out the overworld map, get it laminated so you can just draw on a marker with it?
I did, and it does look like bow's in 1, so Mocco's going to be behind going into 9.
Where did we see a bow on the floor just now?
No, Raft was on the floor in 3. So
I can stay there.
And say hello to the probable, the boat room's here.
But man, this seed is going to be going very quickly tonight, and it can be even quicker if level 9 is going to be friendly.
Yeah, we need a Brutal 9, because Brutal 9 means that our runners will get more evened out in there.
Well, level 9 is also known as the Great Equalizer in this game. And no, for those wondering, nothing is wrath blocked, it is useless, it shall burn forever.
Yeah, we're looking probably about a 2 to 3 minute differential. So
And with that, would you like to tell our viewers what we're going to be looking for this level 9?
yeah, so 9's awesome. It's going to be crazy big. But what we're looking for is when you're one room adjacent from Ganon, there's a roar that can be heard. That roar allows you to smart move by Random there, by the way. He's checking to see if the book is in a staircase. Because the book's in there, there might be a hint of where Ganon or Zelda's at. But when you're one room adjacent from Ganon, you'll hear a roar. Lets you know you either need a bomb or find a wall to get through.
Speaking of useful things, we found a compass on the floor in the front door of this level 9.
Yeah, so that eliminates one of the needs for a hint. And, excuse me, the other thing is you'll find a shutter door that doesn't open once you get in there. And that lets you, or once you clear all the enemies, that lets you know that the lady is behind that area. Or for Random, the dude is behind that area.
So if how behind Mocco's feeling, is he going to go... Mocco found magical sword, right?
He did. He said forget about it. I'm going. He knows white sword's in here.
Oh, so he's gambling on an early white sword in a staircase.
Yeah, potentially. Or he's just like, maybe I'm behind. Because it did take a while to find that ladder. So he's probably not feeling comfortable.
But still, that is going to make a difference when we get to our Ganon fight. While we have no potion purchases tonight from either of our runners, we do have a red ring that'll keep us somewhat healthy. But again, Mags is going to speed up the Ganon fight drastically.
Hey!
That's funny.
We have a meat block princess.
So, you said you wanted a wrench and things?
Let's get more wrenches. Let's do more.
But me... That is not something you see every day.
It is not. I guess there could still be potentially another way to get to her from the side, but let's hope not.
Well, speaking of Ganon, here he is at 55 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh, that is a quick find of Ganon.
So all RandomEffekt needs to do is go find one of the meat shops on the overworld. And
Yeah,
he will be heading to Zelda quickly.
Yeah, Dragon Dark's spot on. You can't get to her from Ganon's room, even though they're one room away from each other. So you're going to check the right side real quick. If that doesn't work, you'll see him go out to go buy some meat and run back. And that'll be a game.
Man, if it's... The bait block is just going to make this potentially not a sub 1 seed. But let's see if this bomb's up here.
Need to buy meat. So Random's going to win this thing, but it is going to be pretty stinking close. And Mocco, even keeping it close this go round, is pretty doggone impressive, if you ask me. Holy cow. Considering the disadvantage he had at the beginning, it's pretty impressive.
And with that meat purchase secured, RandomEffekt is on his way to Zelda while Mocco is going
using
to
your arrow,
Ganon.
Mocco.
It sucks. You hate to see it.
You don't have enough money.
This is going to be something to ask about in post-race interview.
Yeah, I think it's just more desperation. He's just trying whatever. Uh-oh. Mocco's in more trouble. Don't die, Mocco. There you go. Attaboy. Good job by both these runners. Pretty stinking impressive today.
And with this, bait block paid, and the toll is paid. Get your GGs in time for RandomEffekt. Finishing with a time of 57 minutes and 51 seconds. Very impressive. So, despite the bait block, we had a sub 1 seed still. And can still be a sub 1 seed if Mocco finds the right bait shop over here.
Hey, welcome aboard, RandomEffekt. Good job, dude.
Hey, thanks. That was a fun seed. Two kind of interesting things that happened, but
yeah, I mean, walk us through it. What were you thinking? How were you feeling?
I was
throughout
not,
the entire time.
Oh my god, I was not feeling good when I found like all the ladder blocks and couldn't find the ladder. And I was kind of convinced it was in 6. And I was like, when I didn't see it in 6, I was like, oh, that's bad. And then I looked at
all at that point when we didn't see the ladder in 6, because that's what we thought.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, 8 is the only I think I had an item in 1 that I knew was ladder blocked, and I thought 8 was ladder blocked. So I was like, all right, I got to go back to 8. There has to be a bomb wall, there has to be a stair, something I missed in 8, because there's still an item. It can't all be blocked. So that's why I went back into 8. At that point, I wasn't feeling very comfortable at all. I was also not feeling super comfortable when I left 5 alone for so long and found all the ladder blocks. I was like, if ladder's in 5, I might be really behind too. Thankfully, it wasn't. But yeah, the troll bomb wall in 8 to get the ladder was not very good, and then the troll right at the end. I was pretty certain I was okay by the end, but just the fact that you had to have the meat to get to Zelda is kind of funny.
So, do you think the not purchasing of the second bomb upgrade saved your hide?
It seems like it did. Yeah, would have been pretty bad, I think, at that point. Yeah, and I think that then is serendipitous that the first bomb upgrade gave me max bombs, because I may have decided to buy the second upgrade at some point, if it was only 3 bomb upgrade or something like that. But because it gave me 6, I was like, I don't need the other upgrade at this point. 6 is fine.
So that is interesting to point out, because Mocco did purchase the second bomb upgrade and was short for rupees on buying that meat and had to do a little grinding.
Yeah,
no.
you had the so he had the early recorder, you had the early wand, and your usage of the wand just really took you to a big lead. And then when all the crap happened with the 8 having a ladder, that was really what allowed him to catch back up. He was within about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of you getting into 9, but the way this 9 shaped out, there was just no catching you. And then obviously, he's double checking to make sure that the room can open up or not. But he just didn't have a chance to catch you at that point. It was good moving all around. I was really impressed. Great combat this seed. You smoked it.
Well, yeah, it's easy. It's easy to say that when you get the red ring as your first item, basically. So, my combat was very bad.
That is funny. Someone please clip that. Mocco's using all his silver arrow money and all 14 bombs just to pay off the bumper.
Don't die, Mocco, please. Yeah.
It sounds like it was a pretty back and forth race then. That was good. I'm glad it was entertaining enough.
Yeah, it was. I was like about 30 minutes in. I was like, "Random's got this pig won." Like Mocco needs a miracle of a ladder blocking and craziness, and then it happened. And then things started to cinch up. He went into 3. You went into 1. He still needed a Triforce, so he did 3's Triforce with a raft, and you went into 1, got the bow. So it eliminated basically any hope spot that was there, went away. But you did a great job of just crushing this thing.
And speaking of Mocco, we are now joined by him. GG, and the bombing and silver arrowing of the bait block, that was hilarious.
It was maybe a little bit of frustration. GG's RandomEffekt.
GG. That was crazy ending for sure. And yeah, the ladder in 8 was the thing that stumped me. I found like everything else before that. So that's kind of what happened in this seed. The ladder was the last item I grabbed. Really, actually, no, sorry. The bow was the last item I grabbed.
Right.
But yeah, I found almost all the items. I think I did find all the items in the seed. Actually, I think I did. Now that I think about it, I didn't do level 3 Triforce. That's the one I didn't go back into because it was ladder blocked. So At least I assume it was ladder blocked. Maybe it wasn't, but I assume it was.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
That was my last pickup after I got the ladder, because I had all the other Triforces except 3 and 8. And I'm like, well, I don't have the item in 3, and I've got an item left in 1, both ladder blocked. So I'll do 3, hoping to find, ladder. I'm sorry, the bow, and then try and go. Just had to go and do 1 after that, but yeah, and then the level 9, had I had the meat, I think we would have been pretty darn close. I don't know for sure. You got done right around the time I think I was up in that section. But
RE finished just as you hopped into the Ganon fight, though. I will say there were 3 things that define the seed. 1, the early wand out of 4 for RE, level quarter out of 5 for you. 2, the ladder being last location by both of y'all in level 8. And 3, the choice between level 1, 4 things. So 3, the choice between level 1 or 3 for the bow. And 4 was, surprisingly, the purchase for that bomb upgrade for going to 20. Because you wouldn't have had to grind as much money for getting that bait block.
Oh, yeah, he was done at that time. I was just having some fun there. But yeah.
I bought one of the upgrades. I didn't get the one in 5. I got the one later. And I only bought one because it gave me 6 bombs. I was like, sure, that sounds great. I'm done. So.
Yeah. It was it was a free seed, if you will, right? Really not that difficult.
No.
Level 8, it was guess the magic bomb wall. I mean, where were the map? That's been the theme. It seems like all porny, and I wasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bomb walls and had 2 ladder blocks. I just could not find the opening in there, and thought that was it. The ladder can't be in here. It's blocked. It's ladder blocked. So,
yep, that's what I wrote down. And then when I saw it wasn't, when I saw the ladder wasn't anywhere else, I was like, it has to be an 8, and I must have missed a bomb wall somewhere. And I don't even know what this is. The last thing that I was thinking about too is that in 8, when I got the ladder, I thought about just leaving because I knew 3. I had to go back to 1 anyway, and I knew 3 was ladder blocked for the Triforce. I probably should, in hindsight, should have just left. But I was like, I think I found the compass pretty quickly after the ladder, or very close to the ladder, and I was like, I should just go get the Triforce now in 8, and it wasn't that far. That's the only reason I got the Triforce in 8, because it actually wasn't that far from the ladder. It was 4 rooms or something like that. Actually, no, it was just north of the first ladder block. So if you went straight up, that's what I did. I grabbed it and then I went back in and just completed the dungeon, because it was the T room, the T river room. It was just 1 or 2 rooms north of that you found the block of, probably. Yeah, crazy.
I was like, the
seed.
wand really would have. Again, it wasn't that hard of a seed, but having that wand would have definitely helped with combat. I tried to pull mags at 10, couldn't, never went back to check. But I
got it at 12.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, that wand would have been nice early. Again, it wasn't that it was hard. I mean, I didn't die at all, but just grinding out with the wood sword would have been nice to have sped that up. And I know you're a heck of a runner and good combat, so both getting the red ring, probably not much going on, but if you've got a wand and I've got a wood sword for the first 42 minutes, that's certainly going to be different.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. If you watch this back, you'll probably hear me talking way too much about the differential of a wand and everything else. But yeah, you guys were clearing the same rooms at different times, but Random obviously getting 2 damage, being able to shoot across the room. He made mincemeat of everything. So it made a difference, but at the end, it was just good play by both of you. Mocco, the fact that he even made it close near the end was amazing.
Testament to your combat skills.
Yeah, so good job to you both, and thanks for putting on a good show.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having the restream. Appreciate it, as always. And yeah, looking forward to next week. Love these tournaments.
Yeah, it's always a good time. Please follow our runners. It's up there on the screen. We want to also say thank you over to KTAP, my commentating partner. Crump, thank you so much. Your first go round of doing the job. You did great. And thanks to SpeedGaming. I appreciate you all letting us put these games on and just having a good time being nonsensical. So from me, I'll sign off and I'll give it over to K-Tap to finish out. But thank you all for watching.
I'm just gonna be short and sweet. First of all, ditto what Sidetown said. Second, we have more races going on right now. So, if I'm looking, we have a race going on in SG2 with TH and Hyo. So that means really good news, actually. We finally got all of our runners in this tournament restreamed at least once, so that is great. We also have a match that just started on SG3 with Mr. Dunlow and Milo Minderbender. So, and there's also plenty of more races tonight. It is jam-packed on the schedule, so keep an eye out. There's plenty of Z1R going on for the rest of the night. And yeah, and with that, I am KTAP4321. This was another Swiss round of the 2025 Winter Random Force, Pentaforce, whatever tournament right now. And I'll see you guys another time in another Hyrule.